What's going on, y'all? It's TCG here, back again with another video, and today I got something a little different for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at some new cards that just got revealed. This is something, like I said, new to the channel. I don't really do this kind of video, but I think I'm going to start doing this a little more often, at least when more impactful cards are released, and multiple at a time. You know, I don't want to cover just one card at a time, and today, well, yesterday, we had a whole slew of cards get revealed, and these are going to be some of the super rares and secret rares from OP06, the new set that comes out in March, I believe, for the TCG, and these cards are pretty powerful. So I want to go ahead and get into these, but first I do want to say we're on my Discord. If you're not a part of my Discord, definitely make sure to join the Discord. I'm trying to get 100 members in there before the end of the year, and if we do that, we're going to be holding a free box tournament. Winner of the tournament will win a whole free box of the newest set once we hit that number, and yeah, link will be down in the description below. I also wanted to shout out Dueling Guard. If you haven't heard of Dueling Guard, they are the best anime-inspired TCG accessory company on the market. They make anime-inspired TCG accessories such as binders, deck boxes, and playmats. They are so high quality. I really can't stress it enough. If you haven't checked them out, definitely be sure to go check them out. I'll leave a link to their website in the description below, along with code GUMGUMTCG you can use for a discount at checkout.
What? You haven't heard of Dueling Guard? Dueling Guard is the best TCG accessory company on the market. They have high-quality deck boxes, binders, and playmats made for people who enjoy playing and collecting trading card games in style. They have tons of designs based off of fan-favorite animes such as One Piece, Bleach, Full Metal Alchemist, and many more. They hit the ground running earlier this year, making high-quality TCG accessories with beautiful designs that have sold out many times, so if you haven't picked up any of their products, make sure to do so before they sell out again. I have a few deck boxes and playmats from them already and can attest to how they don't cut any corners when it comes to quality, performance, and design. I highly recommend their products and use them every time I play cards. Be sure to check the description below for a link to their site and use code GUMGUMTCG for a discount at checkout.
All right, y'all, let's go ahead and dive into this set. So this set's going to be all about some support for the Sanji and Zoro structure deck that's coming out early next year, as well as Thriller Bark Pirates. We've got Germa 66 cards, and then we are going to be continuing some of the Yellow Wano cards. We got the Yellow Yamato structure deck not too long ago, and some new support cards came out for that in OP04, but not anything crazy. And we're getting a new green yellow Yamato leader in OP06, so they're giving a little bit more support for that. There's a red purple film Uta leader, so we're getting some more support for that. There's a green Hody Jones Fishman leader. We're going to be getting support for that. There is the blue purple Reiju Germa 66 leader. There's support for that, as well as a black Gecko Moria leader, and then a green black Perona leader, and I feel like I'm missing one. So I just double checked. I'm not missing one. That's going to be all 6 of the leaders that we get out of OP06. It seems like a really interesting set. It seems like a really strong set so far, and some of the leaders are really cool. The color combos are really nice, and yeah, let's go ahead and look at some of these cards. Like I said, there's support for the Zoro and Sanji structure deck in here, and we're starting off with the 2 secret rares right here. We had the art revealed not too long ago, but we finally got the effects, and we're going to look at the Zoro first. It's a 9 cost, 9,000 power green character / attribute, Straw Hat Crew. When attacking once per turn, you can rest the dawn, set this character as active. So it can swing twice. But it has another effect. It says activate main once per turn, rest 2, set this character as active. You can swing 3 times with this Zoro. Or you could swing twice and then stand him back up so he cannot be attacked. Yeah, this card's absolutely insane. We've seen cards like this in the past with the Green Odin card from OP02. Yeah, OP02. And that card was really strong in the Kinemon deck, but I guess we're going to test it out again and see if it's going to be just as strong in any other deck with this green Zoro. Like I said, swinging 3 times, you could swing for a total of 16,000 if you used all your extra Dawn under it, and then the 3 that it costs to stand this back up twice. So 3 16,000 attacks, unless there's blockers on the field, I'm pretty sure those are going through every time. So definitely seems like a scary card, very strong. 3 attacks is, I mean, that's just a lot coming from one character on the board. Most of the time that's coming from 2 characters, or the kid leader can swing twice, you know. It's not often that this happens. Law can make it happen a couple times with the restand law, but this is a scary card. It's definitely scary. I think that it's not as scary as some people are saying it is, just because there are ways to remove it. You can always pop it, shuffle it away with blue cards, stuff like that, but it's definitely scary and can definitely be a game ender very quick. I do think that the Sanji's also very strong. Let's go ahead and look at him. It's a blue, 9 cost, 9,000 power, strike attribute, Straw Hat Crew. On play, reveal the top 1 card of your deck, and you may put into play up to 1 revealed character with cost 9 or less other than Sanji, then place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck. So when you play him, reveal the top card. If it's a 9 cost or less character, you get to play it for free. That is so strong in any deck. I mean, we've seen it before with film cards. Just getting to play multiple bodies off the price of 1 card is super, super strong. And we're actually going to be seeing another card here soon in this video that plays a bunch of cards from your trash, and another one that plays cards from your trash. It's kind of crazy. It seems like they're starting to make board presence and swarming the field more of a thing in this game. I really think that OP06 is when power creep becomes a real threat, and everything after this is just going to start to get crazier and crazier. But this Sanji is absurd. I mean, for example, you could go reveal the top card of your deck. It's the 7 cost Monkey D. Luffy film card. Then you trigger that to play a 4 cost from your hand. It's the Brook. Then that plays the Nami. You've played 4 bodies for the cost of 1, and even gotten a search if you're at 10 Dawn. I mean, it's absolutely absurd. You can play this. It's blue, so you play this with Dofi Stacker, Blocker, or Perona Stacker, and you stack your deck so you know what you're revealing off the top. You play something that's going to get you more advantage, so this 1 card becomes another body, and then you got another card into your hand, so it's like you didn't even lose anything. You just went +2. I think this Sanji is insanely strong, and not to mention, it can play the Zoro off the top of your deck, so you can get both of them for the cost of 1 if you play your cards right. Yeah, I think these cards are crazy, but there's more crazy cards. So let's go ahead and talk about the next one, and that's going to be our Gecko Moria, 8 cost, 9,000 power, black, 7 Warlords of the Sea, and Thriller Bark Pirates type. It says, on play, choose up to 1 cost 4 or less and 1 2 or less character from your trash. Play one of them and then play the remaining rested. So I think this translation is a little strange. It says play one of them and then play the remaining rested. So I would assume that you get to choose which one is rested. However, with this translation, it could mean that the 4 or less comes in as active and the 2 or less is rested. But from the way it's translated, I'm going to assume that you get to choose which one is rested. So with this card, first off, it's generic. Any black deck can play this and bring back a 4 or less and a 2 or less right away from the trash. There's no cost other than the card, one of them coming in rested. That's absolutely broken. It is 8 Dawn, so it takes up most of your turn, but I mean, we just talked about it a second ago. Swarming the board with 3 bodies for the price of 1, that's worth almost a whole turn. I mean, you see it in the green-purple Dofi deck right now. They do that with the Monkey D. Luffy film card. I just keep talking about that card. It's so strong when you pair it with the other ones. But now we're starting to see 1 card. I mean, this 1 card brings out 2. You know, the Luffy only brings out 1. You typically play 1 that plays another. But this 1 body is 3 bodies. And it's generic. You do not have to bring back Thriller Bark Pirates. You do not have to bring back 7 Warlords of the Seas. You can bring back anything. So in a black deck, you could bring back Borsalino and, let's say, like a Suru to minus cost and get you a blocker. It's absolutely absurd. Yeah, this card is nuts for any black deck. just so much free advantage. This is going to be sought after for black deck. This is going to be sought after and played in almost every single black deck, in my opinion. It's so strong and gets you so much advantage for so cheap. Yeah, definitely keep your eyes peeled for this one. This one's a very strong card. But we're going to get into something I think is pretty exciting. That's the next card. That's going to be this Hody Jones character. Super rare, green character. The rest of these are all super rares. It's a green character, 7 cost, 8,000 power, strike attribute. It is the Fishman and New Fishman Pirates type, and it is the first green card to have Rush. That's right. We finally got a green card that has Rush. Every color now has a Rush card, at least one. And it says, on play, rest up to a total of 2 of your opponent's characters and or Dawn. So, very interesting. Then put the top of your life card into your hand. Sorry, that wording messed me up. Like, these translations can be a little strange sometimes, but you get the point. So, on play, you get to rest a total of 2 characters or Dawn. Then you add a life card to your hand. So you can rest 1 character and 1 Dawn. You can rest 2 characters. You can rest 2 Dawn. If they had like 2 Dawn up for an event, you can rest 1 of them. Now they're stuck with just 1 Dawn. You can rest both of them. Now they don't have the Dawn for their event in their hand. Or you can rest 2 blockers on the field. And it has Rush. And it's 8K. This thing's a beast, honestly. The only drawback is that it adds a life card, but we're starting to notice, I mean, I don't even think it's starting to. Since Whitebeard has been a leader and a card, taking life cards is more of an asset now and less of a cost. There's not much risk to it unless you're at, let's say, 1 life card. And when you play this in the Hody Jones leader deck, you don't even have to take that life card. The leader prevents you from taking that life card. But I do think this will see some play in other green decks just because it's the only one that has Rush, and it rests 2. That's absolutely insane. You know, green is a tempo-based deck. They do have a lot of cards that rest, and being able to rest multiple blockers on the field and then be able to swing in with a whole bunch of bodies, and yeah, I mean, even taking that life card, it's like getting a draw. You know, it's very strong in my opinion. I think that this card's kind of scary. You know, I think that the rest of the Fishman Pirate cards have to kind of show out for this to really be a threat. It is a threat just because green now finally has a Rush card. However, like I said, I think we've been struggling with green decks in the format. You know, the only one that's been super competitive, even like since the inception of the game, has been Law. Kid was for a little bit in OP01, and OP02 hit. Kinnymon was pretty good, but OP03 green didn't see too much play, to be honest. And then OP04, still not really seeing a lot of play with green. So OP05 also doesn't see too much green play. But I think with the green-yellow Yamato leader, we are going to see a lot more green in the format. And then the green film Uta leader that comes out of a structure deck next year is also very, very strong and popular right now in Japan. So we're going to see that. And who knows? We could see this Hody Jones card starting to make it starting to make its way into some topping deck lists. Sorry, I fumbled over my words. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next card. It's going to be the Kazuki Momonosuke yellow blocker. Yellow, 5 cost, 6,000 power, wisdom attribute. It is the Wano typing and Kazuki clan. It is a blocker, and it says on play, you place up to 1 of your Wano characters other than Momonosuke on the top or bottom of its owner's life pile face up. So you get to stack any of your Wano characters to the top or bottom of your life. This could be really strong paired with certain characters. You know, there's a couple from the Yamato structure deck that have some really cool triggers to rest something or KO something and also add them to your hand, so you get kind of double advantage there. If it's already on the board, you get to stack it and then take it later, and you still have this blocker too. I think this card's really strong. You know, it's yeah, I think that yellow-green Yamato leader is really gonna pack a punch. The leader effect is absolutely insane. It has double attack, and then you just get the consistency and searchability that the Wano cards provide you, along with the resting and Dawn manipulation. You have cards like Odin 8-drop that can double attack. I think they're all really strong cards, and that deck's going to be a major threat. Even if they don't play all Wano cards, that deck is going to be crazy. But yeah, I think this card's super strong. They needed a blocker. One thing I guess I didn't notice is that none of these cards we've seen have counter. So I think that's a good way to balance all of these. You know, they're heavy hitting cards. They're very strong. So couldn't make them too strong by giving them counters as well. But I mean, you can just get around this by playing those event cards that cost 0 and have you discard a card. You know, you just play that paired with some more cards that don't have counter. Then it's like all your cards have counter as long as you have one of those in your hand. But I'm sidetracking here. I think that this card's pretty strong. You know, for a blocker, 5 cost, 6 Dawn, or 5 cost, 6,000 power, and stacks of life. Pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Solid. And then we're going to get into the last card here. It's going to be Vinsmoke Judge. Ignore Schneider down here. He's a scrub that just popped up not too long ago. But what we're going to be talking about is Vinsmoke Judge. So this is the last card that I want to talk about today. It is a purple, 8 cost, 8,000 power, / type attribute, Vinsmoke's family, Germa 66 typing. On play, Dawn -1. So effect isn't too costly. You may trash 2 cards from your hand. Now it is. Play up to 4 Germa 66 type characters with 4,000 power or less from your trash with different names. Now that cost makes sense. So you can even trash the 2 of the cards that you want to play from your trash. This goes with all those Germa cards. You know, you've got the Yeonju, the Sonju. I can't remember their names. I can't remember their names right now. But they're all these small purple characters that you can pay Dawn to bring out a bigger version of them. So having one that can flood the field is actually kind of crazy. You know, you get to late game and you've trashed a bunch of them, and then you use this and you trash the other 2 that you needed, and then you bring out all 4 of them, and then you can also transform them into the bigger ones. This is actually pretty strong in my opinion. He also has another effect. It says activate main once per turn, Dawn -1, rest up to one of your opponent's Dawn cards. So that's okay. You know, I guess if they pass with Dawn up, you already have this on the field. You can do that, and then it kind of gets rid of the event card in their hand. It makes it useless. So pretty strong, but definitely seen stronger effects before. The first effect is definitely very strong. Going -2 cards out of your hand to play 4 from your trash isn't a big cost, especially when paired with this Reiju leader that draws you a bunch of cards. I think it's pretty well balanced, and it sounds kind of scary, to be honest, you know, if you play the right cards from your trash with this. And I guess there's probably only going to be so many targets for it, but they all have to have different names. And yeah, like I said, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3 different cards that play other cards that we got revealed. I think we're starting to see this trend where flooding the board, swarming, cards that play other cards, all that kind of stuff. The power creep is real, and it's here, and I'm liking it. I think that these cards are strong, and they're giving decks those cards that they need to stand a fighting chance against every color. You know, we're getting cards that bring back cards from the trash, that play other cards from hand, that get you extra advantage where you need it, and that's what some colors need. Some colors right now need an extra boost to help them be more meta relevant, and I think that OP06 is going to be a real interesting set. Let me know what you all think. If you have some ideas about what decks you think are going to be the best after OP06 drops, let me know down in the comments below. Also, if you're not subscribed, definitely make sure to subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If we do that, I'll be doing a free US only giveaway to one of the random 1,000 subscribers of a box of OP05. So we have to hit the goal by the end of the year. If we do that, I would choose a random US only subscriber, and you'll receive a free box. So yeah, help me reach that goal. I'd really appreciate it. And I really hope you enjoyed this video today, y'all. Just wanted to go over some of these cards. I'm going to try to do these a little more often when some really strong cards come out. Just talk about them a little bit, show them off. You know, not everybody knows when these cards come out, so Wanted to make sure that everybody can have that access to know. And if you jump in my Discord, you will have that access. So make sure to jump in the Discord. Links in the description. Thank y'all so much for watching the video, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.